Behemoth Bits Season 4 2. Hi guys, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Happy weekend to all of you and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Behemoth Bits. I am Nilan, your resident Behemoth. So this week's Behemoth Bit, okay, this week's Behemoth Bit is actually inspired by two things. Again, two things. Right, so first inspiration about this Behemoth Bit is regards or in relation to, oh, not really in relation to, but is inspired by the most recent Netflix season or series that was released, which is The Sandman. So I think I just gave you a clue what the Behemoth Bit is, nonetheless. Right, so The Sandman, as we know, he is the King of Dreams. He is the Lord of Dreams, Lord Morpheus. Then it kind of showed the effect of him being away from his realm for so long, 10 years, I guess, or more than a decade. That because he was gone, he had to go through many things so that he could be able to build himself again. Now, the second inspiration or the second source of this Behemoth Bit is based on last season's Behemoth Bit, which is Find Your Fuel. Now, what's the connection of the two? Well, yeah, Behemoth Bit number 2 for this season is a brotherly reminder that we, well, we were young, we had aspirations, we had inspirations to become who we want to be. We had aspirations, we had motivations to get something that we want, to be what we want to be, and to attain something in the future. So, and sometimes we have those aspirations, we have those motivations, and there are times that it fades away. And there are, during those times that it fades away, it's probably because we got tired, it's probably because we got stressed out of it, or trying to aim for it, or it probably came to our mind that, you know, what's the point of doing all of this? I mean, I'm not gonna really get it, right? So Behemoth Bit number 2 for season 4, as I've mentioned, is a brotherly reminder that if you come to that point in your life that you feel like giving up, you feel like there's no point in doing all of this, that there's no direction to what I'm doing right now, Behemoth Bit number 2, dream. Yeah, dream. So dream is very broad. So yes, you finally found that I think we all know somewhat the connection of the Sandman to what I'm about to say. So what do I mean by dreaming or dream? Yeah, we all dream, or some of us dream if we go to sleep. But all of us also daydream. We do sometimes night dream, if there's such a thing. But what I'm trying to say is dream, because if you dream, you tend to think of the end game. You tend to think of, or you will have a mindset in you. You would have a goal in you that I want to attain this, I want to be that, I want to own that, I want to have this in X number of years. So all of that aspirations, all of those target points, all of those goals came from one thing, a dream. When you were a kid, let's go all the way back. When you were a kid, di ba nung bata tayo, minsan tinatanong sa atin ng mga magulang natin, anong gusto mo maging paglaki mo? Or what do you want to be when you grow up? Our parents would ask us, our parents, our siblings, our older siblings, our aunts, our aunts or uncles, our grandparents, they would sometimes ask us when we were young, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, of course, at that time, we want to be, at that time, who we believe we want to be. We could be anybody, right? We could be what? We could be a fireman, we can be a doctor, we can be a policeman, we can be anyone. We can be a magician, we can be something, diba? Now, fast forward to, you know, when you become a teenager, you also had dreams. Like, you dream of, like, owning these types of things, like the newest gadget, like the newest console. You dream of, like, having this really cool car. You dream of a lot of things. So when you were young, when you were a teenager, fast forward to being adult, to at this time, you have dreams. You have dreams of owning your own property. You have the dreams of owning your own automobile. You have dreams of owning your own business. There's many dreams, and dreaming never ends. You start dreaming when you were young. You start dreaming up until this time. And I believe you will never stop dreaming until you're old or until you breathe your last breath. And that's actually good because dreaming or all of those dreams that you have in mind actually kind of stick with you and they're in mind and in heart. And those dreams are your end, as I mentioned, they're your end game, they're your goal, they're what you want to be, they are what you want to have, they are what you want to attain. I want to work my butt off to be able to save money so that I can be able to put a down payment on a house and lot or a new car or to be able to put capital on a business that I really want to own. Now, you could fast forward to your retirement, you're thinking of the same thing. I finally now have money to put into capital. I have money to put as a down payment for a car. I have my money that I can use for me, my family, for that dream vacation or that destination vacation. That if you were single and you're planning to get the knot tied, the destination wedding, diba? So there are many, many dreams, there are many, many aspirations, there are many, many inspirations and motivations in your life. They all, believe it or not, in a way, started from a dream. And that dream motivates a lot of people. So, you know, like what the late Martin Luther King said, like in his most famous speech, he started with, "I dreamed a dream." Now, from there, he mentioned, "I dreamed a dream." And his dream was slowly becoming a reality. It was, sadly for some people, it's not yet becoming a reality, but it's a far cry from what it was years ago. And that's progression. Now, if you dream that you have a dream, if you dream that you have a dream, or if you dream that you want to be this, you want to do that, you want to have this, you want to have that, you'll eventually come to the point that you'll have it. And that dream is a fuel. That dream is kindling. That dream is a motivation. That dream is fuel to your fire. And that one is the fuel that you also will need to keep to yourself. So going back to a previous Behemoth bit, like what I said, find your fuel. Now, in that topic, I mentioned that your fuel could be reasons why you're doing what you're doing, or the love that you have for what you're doing. Now, dreams are also part of it. If you have dreams, if you want to be something, if you want to do something, you want to attain something, you want to own something eventually. It's a dream, it's here. Now, since it's up here, you have all the power and all the motivation and all the energy and everything that you actually need to carry on and be that, or to own that, or to have that. And dreams are very, very, very strong fuels. They're very, very highly combustible. And as long as you have that dream, as long as you have a dream, you have motivation. So as long as you have a dream, you have an inspiration. For as long as you have a dream, you have an aspiration. You have everything that you need, all the energy, all the fuel that you will need to continue on through this life and to continue to do good and to continue to bring out the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be out of you. So guys, folks, continue dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop for aiming high. Never stop aiming for what you think is impossible. Because if you know deep inside yourself, if you believe strong enough, if you dream hard enough, not only did you give yourself motivation, not only did you give yourself an inspiration, in a way you gave yourself some kind of hope. And so as long as hope is here, and so as long as there's always hope, the possibility of making great things happen is always there. And that, guys, is my Behemoth Bits. Peace out.